Bam. Okay, hey guys, how you doing today? Um, Today's video, I want to talk about what is known as your creative magnetic energy. All right, otherwise known as a CME, the creative magnetic energy. Let me turn the volume up so I can get everybody's here. All right, so we have a lot of new members to this page, and what I want to talk about today for a few seconds or a couple minutes is a force or energy that you have within you. It's known as your creative magnetic energy. Basically, what the creative magnetic energy is, it is your energy to create your reality. It is the energy that is provided to you through source energy, the universe. All right, that is known as CME, or your creative magnetic energy. And what your creative magnetic energy actually does, it actually creates your reality day to day. All right, so there's two types of energies that we possess, that are given to us, that we have to create our reality every day. And the first one I talked about is known as CME, or your creative magnetic energy. Then you have what is known as a latent energy. Latent basically means energy that is stored or is waiting to be untapped. Now the latent energy, that energy is connected to source energy, infinite energy, infinite abundance. So that energy can never run out, and that energy is always there for you on demand. But here's the key. Consider this. Your latent energy is compared to, let's say, a microwave you have within your house. All right. When you don't want to use it, it's plugged out. But when you want to use a microwave, you plug it in, and the energy is there. That is what latent energy is, basically. So you have it on demand when you need it. But the latent energy is not the energy we use to create. You have your creative, your CME, your creative magnetic energy. And your creative magnetic energy is what you use to create your reality every day. Now, I always talk about, you always hear me talk about stay in the moment, focus in the moment. The subconscious mind only lives, or its predominant thought and habit is happening now. And that is true. And I'm going to show you now how you lose your creative magnetic energy. First of all, you need about 79% to 80% of your CME to create your reality day to day. That's what you need just to have a day-to-day creation. What I mean by day-to-day creation, I mean a reality that suits you, that is favorable for you, that when you manifest a desire, it happens, or it's a good day. That is what your CME does. All right. Here's the key now, how you lose your CME. When you don't focus or live in the moment, I'm going to do the calculations for you to show you how. So if you start to worry about the past, yesterday, or something happened at work, or you missed some kind of payment, that is about 20% of your CME going to the past. All right. Then let's talk about the future. So you start to worry about next week's problem, or you have to get this fixed, or you have the money, you don't have the money to pay that. Then guess what? That's about another 30%. So you already lost 60% of your CME already. Okay, we talk about you need 79 to 80. So you lost 60%, you lost 30 because you're focusing your energy in the past. That's something that happened in the past. And then you're also focusing your creative magnetic energy into the future, which hasn't already happened. So you don't have any energy. You have 30, you know, 60, 70, 80. So you only have 20% of your CME to create your reality in the now. See what I'm saying? And you cannot create or manifest your desire the way you want if you're only working with 20%. That's why it is important for you to focus and you manifest your desires in the now. All right, that is the key I want you guys to let you know. So don't worry about the past, because the past has already happened. Don't worry about the future, because the future isn't here. Remember, your conscious mind works on a premise of predicting the past, what it knows, and it only can predict what it thinks it knows, which is the future, and it doesn't. So when you start to worry about the future and you start to dwell on the past, you're not in the present moment. And when you're not in the present moment, you cannot create a desired result. That's why it takes a lot of people years upon years to manifest a desire, because they're always not in the moment. You have to be in the moment to get the answer from your higher self, or what is known as your intuition. All right? Because once you want the answer to something, it comes to you in the moment. Your subconscious mind only lives in the present moment. It only creates in the present moment. It doesn't function. It doesn't think about tomorrow. It think about now. And that's why I always talk about your words are very potent words. You use them. You have to use them in the present tense. All right, the present tense. All right, you have to use words in the present tense, as far as words, saying words as it's happening now, because your mind works in accordance with that premise. Now, a lot of you guys, I'll explain something to make it very simple about how manifestation, how the universe and everything works. So you want to manifest, you want to create your desire. We talk about the affirmations, the limiting beliefs that you have to clear out of your mind. I'll give you a very easy synopsis or easy premise for you to think about the universe. All right, this is exactly how the universe works. The universe works as a mirror. Okay, you have a mirror within your bathroom. When you go into your bathroom and you look into that mirror, you're projecting an image of yourself. All right, the image you see is the image you get in the mirror. All right, that's all the universe is. It is an infinite mirror. So the universe will project whatever you see yourself as into your reality. So it projects through thoughts and it projects through emotions. So the simplest way to live your life and to manifest or become a money magnet is to project yourself the way you want to see yourself, just like a mirror in the bathroom. So if you're projecting negative thoughts, if you're projecting doubt, fear, anxiety, guess what? That is what your reality will comprise of, and that's what you experience in your reality. Okay? So the universe is just a big mirror. It projects out what you put in, and you will receive back according to your thoughts, energy, and thing. All right, let's talk about another key I want to talk about is doubt. Sometimes you feel down, you feel, things aren't working the way you want them to work. Consider this. Since we know that everything is energy, all right, your material world, or the material universe that we are living in right now, we talked about this yesterday. Quantum mechanics, quantum physics proves that nothing is physically real. Everything is energy. So think about this. Since everything is energy, that means those tiny particles, those atomic structures, those nuclei, the quantum field are all energy. And you know what energy does? Energy vibrates like this. It oscillates, it stretches, it goes in 3 dimensions, so it moves in every direction and it vibrates in every direction. What does that mean? That means reality can be influenced in any direction. You can literally bend your reality to suit your life. You can bend reality to bring you the house. You can bend the reality to bring you the car, bend your reality to bring you the money. How do you do that? You do that through consciousness. Consciousness is what collapses that quantum field. Remember, we talk about this. We talk about observation. How observation changes those quantum particles into actuality. All right. At first, they start out as probabilities, meaning that they start out as waves of any circumstance or any version they could exist as. The observation creates those into an actuality. Actuality means you basically take that form from a probability and you put it, you create it, you design it to how you want it to affect your reality. Example with it, let's use the lottery as an example, all right? So now you know everything is energy, and you wanna win a huge jackpot, or you want to become a money magnet. Money magnet just literally means that money will be attracted to you in every form of every way, whether it be the lottery. You will receive money from different sources. You have opportunity job-wise. Your mind will start to give you concepts. You'll start having ideas popping into your head. You could have an idea for an invention. You're opened up, because now you've cleared those limiting beliefs. Now your true self or your true higher self will start to show. You will start to think differently. You will start to concept different ideas, and all these ideas can create wealth. You'll just start getting things in your mind, boom, in your heart, and you'll start to manifest. So How you start to create these things is how you put it in through the material universe. All right. So consciousness is what creates it. So with the lottery, an example would be you're manifesting. You're using your visualization. You're using the emotion. You're feeling it as if you already have it. And then how you bend your reality now is by focusing and feeling how you already have it. You will go into a particular store. And keep in mind, not you. You think you're in control, but now it's your subconscious that runs the show because it creates. And you go into a particular store and you say, let me get a quick pick or let me get that scratch off. And you know what? Once you focus and you believe and you feel, that scratch off will turn out to be a winning ticket. Because everything is energy. You change it by your observation. To one person might go in there, and if they don't have the belief system, they're not clear with their consciousness, and they purchase that ticket, it turns out to be a losing ticket. Remember, everybody creates their individual reality. You go in there, that very same ticket you see, you believe it, your subconscious takes it, it turns out to be a winning ticket because you collapse their quantum particles into creating that result. So there's nothing that is set in stone. There's nothing that it's permanent, guys. It is all creation. You do it every day of your life. So you create your own reality, sort of like bending reality. You'll start to attract, you'll start to bring and bring things into your existence. I want to talk about another thing I want to touch on now. It's known as synchronicity. Synchronicity is the universe way of communicating with you. And the universe communicates through pure numbers or pure mathematics. Mathematics is the purest form of language. We use mathematics to equate different equation formulas. We use mathematics to run the satellites. Mathematics is the purest language, and that's how the universe communicates with you through mathematics. And it communicates with you through these sequences of numbers. We talked about them yesterday. Numbers as 222, 333, 444. Now here, keep this in mind, guys. When you start seeing these numbers popping up, for example, you see 222 on a license plate, you think 333, and I kind of went over the meaning. I'll go over them again. I'll go over with them again for you. These numbers are the universe's. They're guiding you. They're telling you. They all have meanings. 333 is a number that signifies that you have a special talent, a gift. You need to find your calling. You need to start. You need to start to awaken. And now your true purpose is being fulfilled. It's showing you. And also 333 means be patient, because your desire is being created right now, is being manifested. So you have to be patient, but you also have a gift, and you really have a higher calling to inspire and do something. It basically means if you have an idea about starting a business or something you've been putting off for years, and you start to see 333, it means the time is right to go out and do it. That's what it's telling you. Now that everything is in your favor now to start that business, the universe has your back. That's 333. 222 means you've been planning, you've been desiring something for the longest, you've been putting in work. And 222 is letting you know that, hey, I sense that you're about to give up, but this is confirmation to you that to keep pushing on, because your desire is just at peak moment to manifest into this material reality. So when you see 222, it's a reminder, and it's encouraging you to don't give up. I've seen you, I've seen what you're doing. The manifestation is in process. Push on. So when you see 222, you have to get the energy and push on, because that is a good sign. When you see the number 444, 444 basically means that you are where you are at this present time. For example, 444 is telling you that everything is okay. We have your back. You're precisely where you need to be at this particular time in space and time. This is where you need to, you're right. You're on the right course. All right. 555 corresponds with 444. 444 could also mean that you're becoming aware of your environment. You're becoming aware of your consciousness, your higher self. And when you start to see 555, now it means that you're no longer getting aligned. Now 555 means you're in alignment now. That means that you are a master now, so you can start, your creation will start to take place, and you will start to create your reality. All right. 777, that number, when you see 77, is a congratulatory number. It's saying to you that, hey, keep up the good work. You're in alignment. Things are working in your favor. It's coming together right now. And 777, hold on, your miracle or your manifestation is about to pop into existence. Whatever that could be. If you, everybody here in this group is a lottery group, but a lot of members here don't play the lottery as much, but you can use this for anything else besides that. So if you're desiring a house, a job, more money, it's that 77 is telling you that, hey, it's coming, your miracle is around the corner. Now, if you start to see the 8s, the triple H, the 888, that number is the boom number. That number basically tells you that, okay, you put in the work, it's done, it's being delivered, but 888 always has to do with money. It's finances, a financial blessing, a financial abundant, financial manifestation is about to enter your reality. And when you, for lottery players here, if you start seeing the number 888, it's about to happen for you. That means continue. It is being created right now. All right. One other key point I want to get you guys is to get out of the moment or the time of feeling that you have to have a specific time, because when you have a specific time, you set yourself up for disappointment, because the universe runs on different times than us. The universe will create it at the right time, at the right moment, when it feels it is perfectly aligned for you. But these numbers are just encouraging you to say that your confirmation is on the way. They're known as, I like to refer to them as tracking numbers. You know, if you order something off the internet and you want to know if it's coming or how long it's taking, then you check your tracking number, and your tracking number will give you a boost of confidence to know that, hey, it's en route, it's 2 days away, it's a day from your house. So that's what these numbers are. Also, when you see synchronicity, the universe, remember I said the universe will help you. Now, we all have what is known as free will. Free will basically means you have the will to create whatever you want. The universe is not prejudiced. It is not judgmental. It doesn't care if you are black, white, rich, poor, whatever. It gives you exactly what you ask. It doesn't care if you're a nice guy, a great guy, and a lot of bad things are happening to you. You deserve a break. No, it'll give you whatever you project. That's why you see bad things happen to good people, and good things happen to bad people, because the universe gives you exactly what you project out. It does not care about how nice you are or how hard you've been working and you've been putting, you deserve all this. If your thoughts are not in alignment with what you want, you're going to continue to receive what you receive. So keep that in mind. That's why you have to focus on what you want and what you desire. All right. Now we talk about the free will. So the free will that you create, and it brings it into your reality through the law of attraction. Now, we all talk about the law of attraction. We heard about the movie The Secret. The Secret is a very big movie, but there's one big missing piece in The Secret that they didn't tell you. See, we all have this misconception that, okay, so I'll focus on what I want, and I'll sit back, and the universe will give it to me, right? And then guess what? Nothing happens. You don't receive it. It does not work like that. You have to take some sort of action towards your desired goal. Action means if you want to win the lottery or you desire to win, you buy a ticket. All right? You want to get a house. You want the house. You go online, you look for the house, you take some action. You go to a realtor. You go visit the house. You ask them to show you the house. You want to buy a car, take some action means, okay, I want this particular car. Just don't sit back and visualize and say the car is going to come to you. You have to take an action. Action means, okay, you go to a dealership, you actually put your hands in that car, you touch that car, you feel that car, and you test drive that car. All right? Because now, once you touch it and your mind sees it, guess what? It believes it and it's achievable, and then it manifests into your reality. All right? That's how manifestation works. That's how taking action works. The law of attraction is just a force. The law of attraction is not the complete story, or the secret is not the complete story. The complete story, the missing piece to make everything work, is known as consciousness. Your mind. The conscious along with the subconscious, okay? That is the missing key, and the secret does not show you that. The secret talks about the law of attraction. How it brings the law of attraction is just a force. It's just the delivery service. It just brings it to you. The creation process begins in your consciousness. Your subconscious mind is the creator of your reality. Your subconscious mind brings what you desire. Consider this. Quantum mechanics, the study of the smallest particles, shows you this. There's an experiment known as the double slit experiment. I can explain it to you, but You guys can look it up on the internet or YouTube. Look for double slit experiment. It basically shows how observation, or what you look at or what you think or project, it actually changes the behavior of these quantum particles to behave in accordance to your observation or your belief. So once you know that the material world we're living in right now is not actually a physical world. It is made up of energy. And if you can slow time down, if you can slow everything down, you can actually witness and see the vibrating patterns of energy. But we cannot see them because the speed of light, I think, is 186,000 miles per second, and it moves really, really fast that our eyes and our brains cannot concept that speed. All right. So your CME is your creative magnetic energy. That is your creative power. So you want to always be living in the present moment. Focus on the now. All right. So Mark, I hear what you're saying, and this all sounds good, but I don't have the money right now. I'm broke. I want to be wealthy. Somehow I can't pay this bill, or is struggling to pay this bill. How do I stay focused, and how do I act as if I already have it? I'm not telling you it's easy, but I'm telling you it takes practice. You have to do it in your mind. That's where your imagination comes in. See, remember now, we talk about the universe as a mirror. It projects out what you put in. So even if you don't have the funds or the life you want to live right now, you want to still put in your mind, and that's why you dream. You want to put in your mind and feel and act as if you already have the money to pay the bill. You already have the money to buy the house. Even if you don't, because guess what? The universe works like this. Like frequency attract like frequency. So if you start to project yourself as if you already have what you desire, the quantum field will have to match that mirror. It has to mirror your same image into your reality. It has to. That's how it works. So you will continue to act as if, to feel as if, to see that money in your bank account, and then guess what happens? The universe will mirror that, and it will be a reality to you. But you have to focus on the now and focus on what you want. We talk about the lottery. The lottery is the same principle. To have winning tickets, to have a huge jackpot, to become money magnets, you have to use your gifts. You have to use your thoughts in the present tense. You have to already be a winner. You already have to expect winning with intention. Okay, you have to expect, and you have to. The key word I want to let you guys know too is you have to demand the universe to work in your favor. What I mean demand is you have people go out and they say, oh man, I hope to win tomorrow. All right, no, you don't hope. You demand tomorrow to be in your favor. You demand that you will go into this store and you will purchase a winning scratch or winning lottery ticket that has over $500 or over $1,000 winner. You demand that, because once you say you demand that, that signifies confidence. It signifies a surety, and it signifies that you are clear and you have an intention of what you desire and you expect it. And the universe will see that, and you will vibrate in that frequency. So you will demand. So start using demand. So every day when you go out and everything, don't say today I hope today's my lucky day, or I hope I'm going to win. No. You change it. You demand it. You demand today will be my day. I demand that whatever I have today, it'll go in accordance with what I desire. All right? Once you start doing those things, it'll start to come into your reality. But the first key, guys, is always this. You have to eliminate those limiting beliefs through those affirmations that I post, because these beliefs were instilled in you from you were a young child, and they are hidden in your subconscious. We talk about the critical faculty, which is that gatekeeper, which is sort of like a filter. The critical faculty is basically a filter between the conscious and the subconscious mind. Whatever you put in there, it will decide if that is right for your way of life or if that suits your belief system. And we talked about every day you could be saying affirmations all day, all night, and you could sing positive messages and positive songs and this. But if your critical faculty or your filter does not actually believe deep down, then your talking is going in a dead end. But once you get by that critical factor and you instill new belief system or new reality programming, then whatever you start to say now will start to go through the filters. Then you will start to bring it into your reality. All right. We have members here. There's one member here that's on this group. His name is Mike Lasdowskis. He manifested a $1 million Powerball winning in 2013. And he did that through the same methods, through the law of attraction. And he did that mainly by using visualization. And another key he used was acting as if you already have it. So here, those are 2 keys for you guys to use to focus on, okay? To visualize what you want, act as if you already have the money, walk as it, dress as if it's yours. Do not invite lack, meaning that buy the drink, buy the food. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and spend your last rent money or this. What I'm saying is just use tact and act as if you already have it. So you want the lifestyle, you want to be, you want the car, you want the thing. You have to go to those places where they are. You know, energy, like energy attracts like energy. Money begets money. Okay, so you want to go into the dealership, the nice car dealership. You want to put yourself in there. You want to go to that expensive side of town where the restaurants. You want to be in that area because that energy is there, and eventually you're going to be there. So why not start now? And once the mind works better with images. So once the mind perceives and percepts those images, it soaks in and it starts to create it. All right, it starts to create it. But you have to be living in the present moment with your CME, your creative magnetic energy. If you don't have your 80% or about 79% daily to use, then you're not creating at full potential, and then your desires will take longer to manifest. That's why you don't worry about the past, the future, because if you think about this, once you live in the present moment and you do what you do now, it creates the future for you. Time is just relative, all right? Time. Bruce, what am I driving? I have my BMW E46 M3, which I manifested this car. Through the lottery. I won 60,000 in the Fantasy 5, and I used the money and I bought this car because this was the dream car I wanted. And that's why I can relate and I can show you guys how to manifest. It's the same principle. But you can desire whatever you want, because once you are aware of how the universe works, and now you know it's all through consciousness. Consciousness is the creating force. It collapses everything and puts it together, and you already have the ability to create. Now you eliminate those limiting beliefs, and you bring it in through your existence, and that's how you can create your life, and you can win the lottery. And those tickets, the claim forms, you pick them up, you fill them out. Those tickets you buy, you sign them immediately. You expect it, you get detached. I want to talk about detachment now. Detachment from the outcome simply means you do not dwell, you do not get indulged. You already know you are a winner. It's on the way. You buy your tickets, you put them down, and you continue with your life as if you didn't buy the tickets. That's all detachment is. And once you're detached, then you're free flowing, and then you're in alignment with the energetic flow, and then it'll come to you at a faster rate. But a lot of us, it's hard to be detached. Detach is a hard thing to practice, but you have to do it. Detach means knowingly that it's on the way. I'll give you an example of how you can use detachment. We know the sun and the stars. So for example, you have about a 99% certainty that tomorrow the sun will rise, right? So you don't concern about it. You're not concerned. You know in your heart, in your mind, that the sun will come up tomorrow. About 99%. That's what you have to use detachment with the lottery. That you have to use that kind of certainty with anything. Once you use that certainty, then you start to exercise detachment. Because now you know you put it out, you know you're in alignment, because you start to be in sync, you see synchronicity. You start to eliminate those limiting beliefs. So now you are assured with certainty that your result is on its way, and you let it go and you continue with your life in your present moment. And then guess what? Boom, you hit a big jackpot, and you know what you'll say to yourself? You know what? I expected this. You're not surprised to win. And so always expect to win. Don't be surprised when you win. When you win a small amount, $2, $5, give gratitude and expect it. And say to yourself, I expected this. Because that's what you're doing. You're convincing your subconscious mind now that I expect to always be a winner. I expect to always have what I desire. and it will bring circumstances, events into your life. I'm going to give you another cheat sheet technique that I've used, and this is a very, very effective into, I want to say, tricking your subconscious, but basically bringing your results at a faster rate. All right, and we talked about end thinking. This is the same premise. This is more of a time related concept. Basically, what you want to do is this. You talk about you can record your own voice affirmations of what you want and play them and listen to them. You also want to do this. All right, I'll give you an example. Okay, say you want to win $2 million in the lottery. All right. For some people, you cannot concept what $2 million is. If you can't concept, or you never had $2 million in your life, it's hard for your mind, your subconscious mind, to get that concept of what $2 million is. You could concept 10,000, 20,000 because you've seen it before, but a lot of us hasn't seen $2 million, so it'll be hard to trick the subconscious or to get the subconscious mind to believe in 2 million. So you want to use this technique, and you want to go from the past to present. And this is how you do it. You'll say, in the past, I'll give an example. Just say, in the past, I used to make $50,000 a year, but now I am making over $100,000 a year. I'll repeat that again. Use this premise. In the past, I used to make $50,000 a year, but now I'm making well over $100,000 a year. Here's what this does for you. It confirms that, okay, I'm making $50,000. The subconscious believes that. Now you say, and now I am making so-and-so amount. That will also prove to the subconscious that, okay, we used to make this amount, now he's making this, so it has to be a fact, and it starts to believe it, and it'll bring it into your reality. In the past, I used to win hundreds of dollars in the Florida lottery, but now I'm easily winning hundreds of thousands of dollars in the Florida lottery. Boom, you've just created the gateway. Now the subconscious will believe it. They'll say, okay, we used to win, because the subconscious only works in the now. So remember, the conscious part, you have to get alignment with both the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious part of your mind believes, okay, in the past we used to win a little bit of money. Now you're saying, the present now, where the subconscious kicks in and says, and now I'm easily winning over $100,000 a year. Now the subconscious will believe that, because the subconscious already believed it happened in the past, and they're now aligned together. And guess what? Money will come to you easily. So you want to say, in the past, I used to win hundreds of dollars in the Florida lottery, but now I'm winning millions of dollars in the Florida lottery. That's an easy way for your subconscious and your conscious to get in alignment to bring desires. You can do it for anything. You can do it for a car. You can say, in the past, I used to drive a Toyota Camry, but now I'm driving a Ferrari Z1. All those things will start to believe in your subconscious. In the past, I used to live in a 1-bedroom duplex, but now I own and live in my very own 6-bedroom, 2-story home mansion. When you start saying those words, record them on your voice recorder, because what is happening here is this. The conscious part of your mind believes that, all right? The conscious part believes that because you're living it. That's what you're experiencing right now. You're not in that 6-bedroom mansion yet, but you say you have a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom house. So the conscious part of your mind believes that to be a fact, all right? Now when you switch that over to the present moment by saying, but now I'm living, and I own my very own 6-story mansion, whatever. That's where the subconscious now sees that. Because remember now, that gatekeeper, that filter stops it. But now, with the conscious being aware that it's true, because that's our present situation, the subconscious now lives in the present. So now you want to say, but now I am owning so-and-so. The subconscious now believes that. And guess what? You're in alignment. Once you're in alignment now, that reality, that desire will now manifest into your reality. All right? That's a very good cheat sheet you can use. I've used it, and that's how, matter of fact, that's how I use it to get Fantasy 5. That's how I use it to get a lot of my wins. I use the same cheat sheet. I record it on my voice recorder. So if anything I want, I just use my present circumstances that I am now. Then I portray what my desired outcome is. Okay? So you want to do that because the mind will hear that. Those are some very good techniques to use, guys. And thank you for watching. And I'll post more videos, maybe a couple weeks or weekly or whatever. I have more tips for you to learn. And we have a lot of new members here. I encourage you guys to watch all the videos I post so that you can get aware and know how the universe works, how physics, how quantum science, and the mechanics. That's the first thing you have to understand is the physics and the quantum mechanical part. Because if you cannot grasp that concept, then you won't know how to create. And I'm pretty sure I made it quite easy for you guys to understand the concept of how energy and how everything is. And once you guys now are aware that the universe is energy, its vibration is frequencies, now all you have to do is be that tuner. That tuner is you. Tune into what you want, tune into your desired reality. All right? Just like a radio station. You on 92.6, you don't like that station, you don't have to stay there. You tune to another station. All right? If you don't like your present circumstance, your present thing, you can change it instantly, right now. Not tomorrow, not later, right now, by start to focus on what you desire, because the focusing part brings into the high vibration and you're on the alignment level. All right, so I want to thank you guys for watching and use these tips. Any questions, just comment below and I can help you guys out. All right, thank you guys.